Your progression in being able to build muscle comes down to one thing. And that one thing is, are you sending a loud signal to the body? If you have an average physique, you're not seeing any progress anymore like you used to, or maybe not at all, it's because you're not sending a loud enough signal to tell the body to grow. And that's why I'm making this video in the first place, and that's why I made this whole pillar in the first place, because it has contributed to my success and always seeing progress on a yearly basis. My physique keeps getting to another level, back to back to back, and it even makes me think like, holy shit, like how is this even possible? And it's because of one thing. You need to be frying your nervous system, frying it, working out in a way where you're not just going in the gym and focusing on a muscle group, but rather have the intention of completely obliterating your body, using all of your days worth of energy inside of workout and just completely almost overtraining, making it unnecessarily hard on yourself. So in this video, I'm going to take you through one of my workouts of when I challenge myself and I'm frying my nervous system, so you can see that that is the kind of signal that you should be sending and working out in a way so your body can send that signal to actually make some real progress. All right, so what I'm going to be doing is taking you through my full workout of how to actually apply this pillar and tell you the science of why it actually works. So first things first, I'm starting with my weak point, which is squats. And my whole goal with squats is to be able to rep it out as fast as possible. Right now, I'm only doing like a normal pace, normal gym bro pace, which is cool. But if you want to take it to that next level, it's all about being able to control this weight at a higher pace, more explosive, more speed. Now, the reason that this is so important and the reason that I do it and the science behind it is because you activate more type 2 fibers. You switch the type 1 fibers that are trained because you have hybrid fibers, and basically the way that you train them transfers them either into type 1 or type 2. Now, explosive training transfers them to type 2 fibers. And what that means to you is basically leaner, denser, stronger kind of muscle. If you ever seen any kind of football player or track runner, they go about it with speed and explosivity, and that's why their physique looks exactly like that. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Eventually I want to get to the point where it's like 2 to 3 plates, repping it out super fast in a controlled way. That way I'm not hurting myself. And then that's not the only thing that I'm focused on when it comes to this pillar. The next thing I do is I go straight immediately into the bench press. Now, the reason that I do this is to fry my nervous system. So a lot of people, what they do is they will, just train normally and they'll focus on one muscle group. That's not the objective of this pillar. The objective is to fry your nervous system. And the reason that's important is because it changes your physique as a whole, and it sends such a loud signal to transform the body by doing it this way. So the next benefit that I use this for is recovery. Faster recovery. So a lot of people say you shouldn't train like this. You're doing squats to bench press, and now like I'm going to do jumping squats. That kind of workout they say you shouldn't do because it takes 3-4 days to recover. But I say you should do these kinds of workouts because your body will soon start to adapt to this kind of workout and you recover faster. So it might take 3 or 4 days at first, but after some time, it's only going to take 1 day. That means you could work out. That means you could work out like this more often. And think about the kind of muscle, lean, dense muscle you'll build if you're able to do these workouts back to back to back. So that was my first set. I'm tired. I'm drained. I did 2 sets of this total, exactly the same kind of workout. And then the next portion of my workout, I go into a more athletic kind of workout, because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder. I want a body that looks great but performs well as well, like an athlete. So in this set, I do squats to bench press to you'll see me go into some more jumping lunges, and then I do jumping squats, and then I do goblet squats, and then I go back to the bench press, but a lighter load, and then I do push-ups to finish it off. And the reason why I do this workout next is to build something called rate coding. So what rate coding is, it's the neurological like signals that your brain sends to your muscles to contract. Now, the reason I do so many reps and do it with fast and explosivity is because you're training the system to work faster. And what that means is when you're doing like a normal lift, like the squats, your brain is sending these faster signals, which make them contract more, which means more muscle growth. So this is why I'm training the system in the first place. So that way tomorrow when I focus on something else, specifically muscle building, I'm able to build more muscle because I've built this system in the first place. You see, most bodybuilders, they never focus on this. Most bodybuilders, they never focus on shutting down their nervous system. And athletes, I mean, they're not, slick as well. They're not focusing and prioritizing compound movements, but in an athletic way. I like to take all these different concepts together and throw them in one type of workout to give me the best of both worlds. Performance like an athlete, but aesthetics like a bodybuilder. So, you see, I just did all this workout. This is all one set, by the way. I'm just going back to back, nonstop. And these are the workouts that I'm talking about in my Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I just say like my muscles are burning for 10 minutes straight. I'm on the floor, trying to catch my breath. I feel like passing out. I'm getting dizzy. And, this is what it's all about. And this is really, challenging a body at its core. This pillar 4, it's always about challenging your body. And, that's exactly what I'm doing. You see, most people, I feel like they just forget what training's supposed to feel like. Everyone's focused on the science, bro, the science-based lifting. Science can't even explain how a black hole kind of opens. And I think there's more. The thing is there's so many mechanisms to lift. There's so many mechanisms for power and muscle growth, and most people aren't hitting all of them. So I try to focus on building all these systems to get maximum growth. So right here, I'm just shutting down my body even more. Sprint interval training, assault bike, 15 seconds, 3 sets, completely fatiguing the muscle. And again, I'm always challenging the body. Like this is a new kind of workout for me. So I do 1 set of this and I'm on the floor crying basically. I could do sprints all day, nonstop. But when it comes to this, it really makes me work. And that's another thing. People don't switch up the workouts that's going to cause a challenge to the body. They just forget about it and they don't actually challenge the body because they keep doing the same workouts. And then now I just go to the Stairmaster, 30 minutes, and I just finish the rest of the workout on incline just to further, take it to the next level. It's just unnecessary. I make it unnecessarily hard on purpose. You guys, that's the key. Like just making it unnecessarily hard on purpose. Like at first, the Stairmaster on the 12 incline 3 speed for an hour, it would drain me. It would kill me. I'd be so dead. It would take me 3 days to recover. Now it's to the point where I can do it every day. I would do 3 sets of those jumping squats that you guys saw. At first, it would kill me. It would take 3 days to recover. Now I can do it. I can do all these workouts in one, and it's just because I consistently keep challenging the body, and I do it back to back to back to back, and my body will adapt, making it progress and progress and progress. So, really ask yourself, are you training hard enough? I talk to so many people through the DMs looking for one-on-one coaching, and they say, yeah, bro, my training is fine. My training is fine. But there's so many levels to it, bro. There's so many levels to it. And I guarantee you, you're not shocking your nervous system every single time. I shocked my nervous system today, and it's going to take me another 3 days to recover from it. I consistently keep doing it. And honestly, I'm actually drained pretty much all the time. But that's how you get the body to transform and change. People are looking for the easy way out. Oh, how do I work out 3 days a week only for 30 minutes and get a physique like yours? You're not. You're simply not. You're expecting these elite results and putting half-assed effort inside of every single workout. But that's why I use all the pillars that we talked about in this playlist. So, I've made 3 other videos. If you haven't watched them, watch them. I go over all the pillars and what I call the Uzuri Method, which is how you get steroid-like results, how you see progress faster instead of the slow progress most people deal with all the time. And just to kind of recap, pillar 1 is HIIT Style Lifting, speed and explosivity, and why that's beneficial. The core 5 is the next pillar. How do you maximize your testosterone, dopamine, serotonin so you're motivated and energized and ready to show up to the gym instead of feeling unmotivated and your workout kind of follows the same. Pillar 3, performance-based nutrition, eating a way to lose fat but also be fueled enough to have insane workouts. Most people just, they eat too clean and they end up losing a bunch of muscle in a cut. And then the last pillar, which is always challenging the body. When you mix all these pillars together, that is where the magic happens. And that's why I wanted to make this whole full breakdown of my full method to show you guys what you guys are missing out on. Look, at the end of the day, if you're not seeing results, even when you're applying stuff like this, I have a one-on-one coaching link. All you got to do is click it and see if the coaching program is the right fit for you. At the end of the day, you don't got to sign up. But the least you can do is if you're not making progress and you really want to make progress in a good physique, you can at least try. Click the link below. That's the end of it. I hope you guys enjoyed the whole playlist, the whole pillars. I hope you guys are learning something from this and taking something away from it. I'm trying to recreate the whole game of fitness and training. I think training has taken a dump the past few years. People are training so slow and weak-minded, and they're trying to optimize their training when they're really just they're not responding to the workouts that they're doing, and they're seeing no progress. So apply this, make some real progress. Text me how it's going for you. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on Instagram or in the comment section. That's it.